Hey, yo, my friends, my family, welcome back to the premiere podcast. This is episode 32.5 of In Madness Pod. It's Shawn the Butcher here with Vertebrae33. What's going on?
Oh, we're still. Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
we still have to be?
in
We're
quiet.
long dead. We're long dead
Yeah,
in the
it's
quiet
okay.
place world.
It's okay. Back to the world of 0.5. You know, it's funny. We do the regular episodes and we do the 0.5, and then that has us dive into like our. These are still canon episodes. If you're following along at home and you want to make sure that what we're saying on these count, they still count for the In Madness canon. So don't worry about it. What we say here goes. The last 0.5, Shawn, we did with author John
Shout out
Langan.
John Langan.
Incredible. Just an incredible episode. I didn't get to a lot of the questions, really nerdy questions that I wanted to ask him, but I didn't want to bog it down. But I think we, in the future, we've talked about wanting to have him on again. So I'm brightening and darkening myself as we go along on YouTube.
Make sure you follow us on the socials at In Madness Pod. You could hit us in the mail sack. We're diving in head first, like the kids from A Quiet Place into the grain feed, into our mail sack, in madnesspod at gmail.com. We are also on YouTube. If you want to hang out with your buddies here on YouTube and see all the cool mugs Vertebrae has and all the vinyl he collects, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, give us the 5-star reviews. Follow the In Madness Spotify playlist because it will broaden your horizons as a human being, and I honestly believe it will make you a better person. Check it out. Follow it, subscribe to it every time we update it, which is pretty much every single episode. We'll probably add a song to it after this episode. One of the best playlists on the planet. Happy In Madness Monday. If that's when you're listening, spread the madness to everyone you know. Make sure you tell your friends, your families, your aunts, your uncles, your cats, your dogs, whoever. Just make sure you do it quietly so nobody gets destroyed. And if you want a shirt, inmadness.com, and hopefully by the time this is out, we have a plan in motion, at least, to get you some extra cool shirts if you have been unable to access one so far.
Absolutely. And before you jump into the mail, I said I had a surprise for you.
Oh, I love a good surprise on a 0.5. So if you're familiar with our system, we do movies, we break them in two, and then in between movies, we do our 0.5s where we just do whatever we want. And Vertebrae's got a surprise for me.
So just so you know, kiddies at home listening, I have not told Shawn about this at all. Because I wanted this to be a complete surprise and blow his mind a little bit. But I want you to look at something that I'm going to present, and then
this is on YouTube. This is a
on
visual
YouTube,
bit.
You can see it.
Yes.
And Shawn, if you're listening like I do in the car when you're driving, we'll explain it right after it comes up. But I want you to first hear Shawn's initial reaction to this.
Is going to happen?
All right,
I'm going to
hold
share
on
your
1
screen.
second. I'm doing it
for this right here.
now.
Okay, add. Oh, wait, add.
Okay.
Check us out on YouTube, and you can see this. Okay.
So this is a video, and there's credits. Go down the left side of the credits.
I see Vertebrae33.
Okay. This is the Aliens Expanded 4.5-hour long documentary. So I did they had kind of like the Kickstarter type thing for it. And you can put your name in the credits if you. So it's a 4.5-hour long documentary on the making of Aliens, the movie. And I have not watched it yet. But I got the Blu-ray copy, of course, but they sent you the digital in advance. And I said, I have to show Shawn this because we've talked about this film a lot. And then right there in the credits is Vertebrae33.
That's congratulations. That is so friggin' cool. We have to do Alien soon, I feel.
Well, we got to do Alien first, but we'll get there. But now, when we do Aliens, I have a 4.5-hour long documentary.
For Aliens, the sequel, not the original.
Yes, for Aliens, which I thought you would think was even funnier because you have a peeve for Aliens. I do a little bit, but here I am contributing to the documentary.
I'm happy about that.
The company, and I think it's the same company. If I get it wrong, somebody can tell me, but I believe the same company is the one that's putting out the Thing documentary, which we're probably going to hear more about in the future. And uh if they've offered this same deal, I think that there's some way to get in Madness maybe in those credits or something. But
Let's do it.
anyway, when I contributed to the thing and did it, I was like, oh, name in the credits. I was like, I have to get this just so Shawn sees that I
Oh,
did this
cool.
for Aliens, because this is something we've on and off talked about
Yeah.
even I think before the podcast. So I am very excited to hear listener mail
Oh, man.
and tease our next episode as well at
Man.
the end. But I'm curious. I always get nervous with this mail. I'm afraid they're going to ask questions that we,
That
again,
we
don't have
cannot
answers to.
answer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it is that time once again. Usually we do different things on these point fives. Again, shout outs to John Langan and all of the guests we have had on our many point fives on In Madness Pod. But another one of my favorite things to do, once again, is dive into the mail sack.
Mail sack.
We're going to blindly look through the hundreds of thousands of emails we have here, and we will land on Thomas Cops 2. Shout outs to Thomas. Okay, not too long, not too long. Thank you for sending us email inmadnesspod@gmail.com. Ask us anything you want about any of our episodes. Are you ready, Vertebrae?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Thomas says, "What's going on, boys? Just wanted to drop a line and say a huge thank you. Since I started listening, I've been clamoring for the Crow episode. And holy fuck, did this deliver." He's talking about our Crow episode we released a couple of months ago. I think at this time, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very angry 16-year-old kid when this came out, and to say this was the right time, the right place is an understatement. I was fortunate to see this 3 times in movie theaters, twice as a runaway, but that is another story. Ooh, Tom getting deep with us. And
Wow.
knew of the graphic novel, but this was really the first counterculture movie I found organically on my own. So yes, the movie holds a special place in my heart, and I got a little emotional listening to the pod. Thank you, Tom. Then there's the soundtrack that was great for my angsty self. This and the Judgment Night soundtrack were life changers. Okay, now hang on a second. I have been waiting to add songs from the Judgment Night soundtrack to the In Madness Pod playlist. However, I was like, we're going to have to cover Judgment Night as a movie to do that. But I think Thomas just helped me cut through that, because the movie, not that great. Soundtrack, way better. So
Judgment
with
Night.
that being said, I am right now at this second adding songs off the Judgment Night soundtrack to the In Madness playlist on Spotify. Again, listening to it makes you a better person. Thomas continues, Judgment Night soundtrack, life changers. Also, I didn't realize the score was separate and we'll have to track that down. Okay, really quick. I want to highlight that, Vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
That was something I and a couple people mentioned, that they didn't know, that there was the soundtrack with Rage Against the Machine and with Helmet and with Pantera, but then there's the score with the cool, like the angels singing and stuff and all
Yeah, the
that.
orchestral score as well. Yep. Incredible.
I learned about that from Vertebrae33. Where? Right here on In Madness Pod. That's right. Speaking of soundtracks, the In Madness playlist fucking rules. You see this is what I'm talking about. This is real life right here, happening right before your very eyes. I often have problems sleeping, so I have to read before bed, and this playlist is the perfect way to unwind with a book at the end of a day. That's great. I mean,
Thank God. I thought he was going to say that you guys bore me to
yeah.
sleep with your book.
I mean, that's kind of what the email sounds like he's saying, but I'm sure he means it in a nice way.
The playlist, at least. But if it was us talking,
I
but that was
mean,
episode 29. We did The Crow.
Sanguisuga Bog's on the playlist. I don't know how you're sleeping to that.
Yeah.
To wrap a bow on this email, I never thought you guys could top the Batman episode. Make sure you check out our The Batman episode. I think that's right before we started splitting the episodes in two, because that was like a
That's a
3-hour listen.
long episode. Yeah, we did not split it in two. There was a gazillion gnarly bits in that. That was episode 11, Shawn.
That's way back in Madness history. He says, to wrap a bow, I never thought you guys could top the Batman episode, but alas, I was wrong. The passion and knowledge you guys came with bleed through my earbuds. So kudos to you guys for that. Much love and thank you for everything. Thomas Cops, aka Mott Spock, aka High Five Tom. P.S. Thank you for the sticker. Oh yeah, and art book. Hell yeah. Love wearing my milking of the alpaca shirt at the store and getting all the side eyes. Victorious email. Hell yes. So cool. Thank you, Thomas Cops, for grabbing a shirt. You can get yours at inmadness.com. We are working on getting some extra stuff for you. We will let you know once that's completed. I cannot wait for that. Thank you, Thomas. That was a great email. That's how you write
Awesome.
an email.
Thank you, Thomas. Perfect.
That was about our Crow episode. Great episode. I really love that. I love when we were simul posting when I was on vacation and we were on a 6-hour time difference, and I would wake up and you would post and you would wake up and I would post. It was awesome. Now we're going to dip into the mail sack once again and go to Tom Henderson. Tom Henderson says,
Nice.
This is a short one, I promise. Thank you, Tom. Tom's a considerate dude. Ayo, Vertebrae. Ayo, Dr. Shawn. He called. Why did I say that? Why did I say call me a doctor?
Oh, I forget
What was
now.
that,
Oh, from
Arrival? Oh,
Arrival. From
Arrival. Yeah, you
Arrival.
and I were both
Yeah.
doctors. Yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Banks and Dr. Yes.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Megalon .5 episode. Yes! Shout outs to our Godzillaverse Megalon .5 episode. And a question crossed my mind. What is your favorite bad movie? A film that's so bad it's good, and no matter what people say, you love it to death. I mean, Lucy. I don't mean Megalon versus Godzilla is a bad movie. It's not. And I love Godzilla as much as Dr. Shawn. Thank you. Shout out to Terror of Mecha Godzilla. Man, we'll space it out, but we got to hit Terror of Mecha Godzilla eventually. One of the best Godzilla scores ever.
Mhm.
Almost as iconic as the original Godzilla score itself. That's just me saying that. That being said, Godzilla vs. Megalon is corny as shit and make me think about awesome bad movies. Mine is the 1980 version of Flash Gordon. What are your picks? Finally, I will never say hypothesis again. It will only be hypothesis. Shawn
Shawn
Facts.
Facts.
I fucking hate this podcast.
Oh, bad
Love,
movies. I don't
love,
know.
love you guys. Thanks for the content week in and week out. Oh man, yeah.
Appreciate
So
it.
funny. Yes, thank you. So
I don't know, because like I really, if I'm into a movie, I really love it. So like
yeah,
I
I
guess
mean,
like if it's something cheesy,
would
they
it be
like, oh,
Killer
that's really cheap.
Clowns? Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
but I
it's
don't
a bad
like that
movie
movie.
though. Yeah, like I don't know. It's like I love Godzilla vs. Megalon. I don't even really see it as I mean, I get it. Goofy, like a goofy movie that I love. I mean, everything. I feel all the stuff I love is like the goofy movies that not many other people. I don't know. I can't name it off the top of my head right now. I'll think about that. And we'll get back to him on that one. I
Yeah,
think.
let's get back to him on the next point five.
I
Let me
really
think
need to
about
think
it.
about that. Yeah, I can't just spout that off. What movie is stupid that I love? That I mean, all the Godzillas, like everybody.
Mm,
Yeah, like
yeah.
we did it. We covered it. Godzilla
That's a
Megalon.
really good
Yeah.
question, by the way. And
Yes.
I think that question deserves us to, we read it, but then to
Yes.
think about it a little and kind of, we'll do that
Yes.
for the next point five for
Yes.
sure.
Thank you.
We'll think of
Thank
it.
you. To wrap up episode 32.5, before we get to a very important next episode,
Wait,
which
Sean, before you even
yep,
read
yep.
that, I'm gonna zig when you thought we were gonna
Oh,
zag.
here we go.
But I don't know when you're listening to this episode, but there's something happening at the end of August. Do you want to talk about this?
I mean, if you want to.
I do. Because I want to mention one part of it that I found very funny. But go ahead. Tell us. Tell us what's going on.
Wait, I need you to tell me because I don't really know. I'm caught off guard. What's happening at the end of August?
Something's happened locally on August 31st. What's happening on August
Oh,
31st?
look at you. Look at you. You're insane. Oh my God. Thank you, Vertebrae. The Shawn the Butcher and Washed Up Media present show concert, music happening live for you, brought to you by very hardworking people out here, featuring Lost Becomes, which features Chef Brian, who was in our menu episode, one of the best episodes of In Madness Pod, as well as Resistor, great band, Wreath of Tongues. My buddies in Trip Villain. The guitar player in Trip Villain used to be my old intern. Shout out to
Mm,
Villain. And one of my favorite bands from Long Island, New York, Silenus, happening at the Massapequa VFW Hall on August 31st on Saturday, presented by myself and us. In Madness, the family is involved as well. Shout outs to Heavy's Headphones, who are going to be giving away, I think, 3 pairs of headphones at the show. Shout outs to Hot Chicken Mama, where I eat religiously. They're going to be there making
mm,
food for everybody. Shout outs to Westfall Records, which is where Lost Becomes records and practices. Shout outs to Lepardo. Lepardo from Westfall Records made the intro that you hear every single week on In Madness Pod when I'm not splicing little movie clips in between. But the doom tone, as it's become to be called,
mm.
was made by the hands of Lepardo from Westfall Studios. And shout outs to Shawn from Washed Up Media. I want Shawn from Washed Up Media on the show. Ever since I come to Long Island, that dude has been hustling, taking pictures, riding bikes. He's the drummer of Lost Becomes. He's a huge Godzilla fan. We chill, we smoke, we drink. Like, he's just the ultimate dude of dudes. And I definitely want to have him on the pod very soon. So shout outs to Watch the Media, and shout outs to you, Vertebrae. Yes, I hope you and everybody, all the Madness family, gets to come hang out in Massapequa, Long Island at the VFW Hall on August 31st.
Listen, I'm gonna go if they'll have me. I haven't bought a ticket yet, but I intend to go to the show. And if you go to the show and you come up to me and tell me you listen to In Madness podcast, I will give you a free T-shirt,
Oh, sick. Well,
a
that's
free
awesome.
a free Vertebrae 33 shirt. Because I
I
didn't clear it with Shawn, so I can't give it away the In Madness one.
No,
So
definitely. We're going to give you in Madness shirts. Definitely. I also, and even though it's a conflict, I also want to promote Miss Cherry Delight.
Mhm.
She has her show. It's the same day as,
Of
as
course
our
it is.
show on
Of course
August
it is.
31st. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to that. However, Miss Cherry Delight was a honorary guest on this show in one of our previous point fives. I highly recommend you check out her work, everything she does, but her show is like what puts her on the map. The show that she curates is incredible, much like this show that I have curated, but hers is way cooler. Happens at Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. You should look up Miss Cherry Delight. Go check her out. Tell her you heard her on In Madness. Tell her boys, Shawn the Butcher and Vertebrae, got mad love for her, and it's going to be a great show. I know people who might even go to both of our shows and hang out in
Oh
Long
wow.
Island for a bit and then haul ass over to Brooklyn. So
So
the
wait,
family
Shawn,
hangs out together.
are you gonna be? Will you be on stage introducing bands? Will
We
you
haven't got
host a
into
little
all
bit?
that. I'd rather not if I don't have
Okay.
to. But I'm gonna be there, just like
Yeah.
chilling but whatever anybody wants to do. But like I'm gonna be hanging out. So
Okay.
whatever I got to do, whatever I got to do. So this is the first. I've never put on a show before. I've
Hmm.
never like had a hand in doing it before. This is my first run at it. It doesn't have to go great. It just has to go good, and I'll be stoked about it. And I want to do more. I know a lot of cool dudes and a lot of cool bands, and we got a cool venue out here. Couple of cool venues with the VFW in Massapequa and the newly renovated Amityville Music Hall, which is like my second home. So I can't wait to do more. Music is a big part of this show, and I love that we get to be involved with something like this.
Yeah, this is awesome. I had, just so you know, I had zero idea about this
It
until I
kind of came
saw it
as a surprise to me as well.
until I saw it online. And I think somebody else sent it to me and was like, "Hey, look, your logo in Madness logo's there." And I was like, "Wait, what? What is this?" Wow, that's
I was like, I
awesome.
should have sent him the flyer first. Yeah,
Oh, I
I
don't
got kind
care.
of caught up, but I was like,
I
yeah, I
thought
was glad
I
that we got
love the
involved with
fact that
this.
I didn't know, because like if I knew the inner workings and then like maybe it's on, maybe it's off, it's tough to plan things sometimes. I rather know. I appreciate you putting it on, like, not far from me, which is really nice. And it's a Saturday, and like I gotta go. So everyone's gotta go that's listening. If you're nearby, come on out. And
Listen,
we'll certainly put information up on our socials as we get closer to it. And
there's
maybe
some
we'll do a live from there, Shawn.
of course, there's some goals with this podcast, and it's not just to talk about awesome movies and show off our comic books and our toys and our DVDs and VHS tapes. A big part of this podcast is me getting Vertebrae out of the goddamn house. And the cool thing is, it's been happening a lot lately. We've been to the movies, we've been to concerts, we've been doing
Mhm.
Comic Cons, we've been
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Have you?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's been goal accomplishing. It's only been 18 months of this podcast, and
Mhm.
look how far we've come.
As soon as he gets me out of the house more, he's gonna be like, "Just go back in your house again. You're driving me nuts.
So
Who cares if those facts are wrong in that movie? Just enjoy it already.
we'll
Calm down."
we'll see you August 31st, whether you're with us at Massapequa VFW or at Miss Cherry Delight Show in Coney Island, Brooklyn. Coney Island is so dope. I love Coney Island going there. It's just so far. It's so far.
Mhm. If you want to send us an email, Shawn, where can they send the email to?
inmadnesspod@gmail.com. Also, you can contact us on the socials at In Madness Pod. Watch us on YouTube. Check out the In Madness Spotify playlist. We have added Judgment Night songs to the playlist. I knew by the end of this episode we were adding new music to the playlist. I love it so much. If you want a shirt, and maybe we'll be having some extra bonus shirts, inmadness.com. Thank you very much for emailing us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Make sure you check out our point fives previously with all of our cool guests. You will learn a lot of cool new things listening to the show, which I feel was our intention from the very beginning, was to just talk about cool stuff that we love and promote it to other people. And hopefully those people get involved as well. And not only check out the podcast and not only get some t-shirts, but also go see Miss Cherry Delight in Coney Island or come hang out with us at the Massapequa VFW.
Are you ready, Shawn?
Oh man. Oh, okay. Oh man. No, I'm not. So hang on. Sorry.
Are
Okay.
you
So that
ready?
was it. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for everything. So, okay. Customary. I almost forgot. Damn it. Thank you, Vertebrae. We like to tease, very obviously tease. Oh, I don't have anything. I'm leaving this up to you. Very
Yeah.
obviously tease our next movie, which is episode, for our ridiculously numbered system, episode 33, which
Mm.
I was like, I can't have any say in what this next episode is. It is all going to Vertebrae 33. It is his choice, whatever the hell he wants. So I'm going to shut up and you could drop whatever hint you want for our next episode. Thank you for hanging out with us on In Madness Pod.
Here we go. So, Shawn, Vertebrae has a vendetta.